Welcome back, my dear student. So we are working here at the checkout page with our shopping cart function, right? A cart function. And we still need to convert the price into our dynamic price from the database, right? And the quantity and all this we'll do with sessions in a minute. But let's take out the zero out of there. Actually, let's just leave it there. That's fine. We'll take it out later. But right now, what I want to work on is actually this remove and delete. We want to make these nice icons, right? The green and the red and the whatever other color that was. So let's go ahead and work on those icons real quick. All right. I think you're going to love this, the way that I'm going to be doing this. It's going to be pretty cool. All right. So we got the remove here, but what we want to do is actually put everything. We got the remove and the delete, but we want to put everything in one TD. All right, so that way they are very close to each other. So let's take this out. The first one that we want to do is the minus. So I'm just gonna copy this a couple times here. All right, and I know it looks like a mess right now, but we'll make it look good now. All right, so we got the remove. This is going to remove it, and here what this will be a icon that we can do from Bootstrap or Font Awesome. All right, but I think we're gonna use Bootstrap for this one. All right, so this icon is going to be, and this is the first, and let me just separate it there so that way you can tell. This is the first one. All right, first let's put a class on this anchor tag, and this class is just gonna make the button look a little better. We're gonna make a we're gonna put a class of BTN and make another class of BTN warning. I think warning is really good for the minus. That's the one that we are going to be doing right here. All right, so the next thing is in the span tag right here inside this anchor tag, and this is where the text would be, right? But we're gonna use an icon for that, right? So we're gonna put another tag here, a class, and we're gonna call this glide. Let me see if I'm spelling this correctly. Glyph icon or glyphicon or glyphicon, whatever. That many people call it different names. I think I got the right one. And then we're gonna do glyphicon again, the hyphen minus. All right, let's see if I did this correctly. Hopefully I should have my other information out there, but so that I could see it, but I don't. Enter, and beautiful. Look at that. That looks good, I think. Right? Beautiful. Let's do the plus one there. And actually, I'm just gonna copy this class to the next anchor tag. I'm just gonna separate them. Oops. Well, what have I done? Well, anyway, I just think I went too far separating there. Anyway, so this class here, and this would be the plus. So BT, I think we should do like success here, which will make it green. All right, and let's copy the glyphicon too. So I'm just gonna copy this span tag. I know it's kind of messy. I mean, it looks kind of messy here, but this is the best way that we could do that. All right, where it says remove, we'll put that one and change this glyphicon to plus. All right, hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. Enter, and now we have a plus icon here, which is really cool. Let's get the delete one. All right, and you know what, we can just copy this whole thing. Why do we have to go crazy trying to figure out which line is which line? Let's just copy the whole thing, and right here I'm just gonna paste it there. That's long, right? I think we have like 2 or 3 in here. Oh, that's just one. That's crazy long. Anyways, this one is gonna be BTN warning, and this one is gonna be glyphicon remove, I believe. Not really sure. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. But make sure that that class is not warning but danger. That way it's red. That btn and then btn hyphen danger there. There we go. That looks a lot better now, right? So plus, all right, we got to fix that in a minute. It says -3 there. All right, we got to fix this. All right, so we know that we are removing with the first one. Then the second one is actually removing also. We don't want to do that. What we want to do with the second one is add. And the third one would be delete. So send delete. All right. Now, before we go, another thing that we want to do is that we want to, where it says that remove one here, what we're going to do is we're going to put a curly bracket and we'll bring in the real ID for the product. But we'll do that later. But right now, let's just put the IDs real quick. So we're going to say product ID. This is not going to work now. Remember that we don't have that specific product yet. We are selecting all products. So it's not going to do much. We're just going to replace this now so we'll remember. We don't have to deal with this later. Remove. Then here in add, put the ID also. And we'll put the ID also right here. That's going to be dynamically later. All right. Then if we put our mouse over, you can see it says remove one because that's the session that we got right now. All right. So this is going to remove the product number 1. All right. It is going to work because this is the only 2 products we got here, right? But we want to remove whatever is coming in the session and whatever is going to be inside this cart right now. But right now, we got everything inside this cart, right? So the only 2 items that we got in our database is right here. So, all right. You see this one is not being removed because we're not showing that one here. We're just showing this one. So we can remove that one. There we go. We can go over 3. All right. So that's why, as you can see here, it's not doing much because we're not displaying that one. We're only displaying the product 1. But anyway, on the next lecture, we'll continue building on this. We'll make our cart function a lot more dynamic, and we'll find a way to extract the ID of the product from the session, because that's what we want to do, and then select the products table with that ID. All right. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.